Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Bagas Prayoga, NPM 2241120 from Management Class 22C. In this video, I will explain material about tax obligations in Indonesia. As a thriving Southeast Asian economy, Indonesia imposed a comprehensive tax system to fund its national development and public service. Understanding the intricate web of tax obligations is crucial for both individuals and business operating within the country. This guide will provide an overview of the key aspects of the Indonesian tax landscape, from the types of tax levied to the compliance requirements and strategies for effective tax planning. Understanding the Indonesian tax system. Centralized administration. The Indonesian tax system is administered by the Directorate General of Taxation atau DGT, a division of the Ministry of Finance. The DGT is responsible for collecting, enforcing, and regulating all tax-related matters within the country. Tax law and regulations. Indonesia's tax law and regulation are primarily governed by the income tax law, the value-added tax law, and various other supporting legislation. These laws are regularly updated to align with the country's evolving economic landscape. Territorial tax jurisdiction. Indonesia employs a territorial tax system, meaning that individuals and entities are generally taxed on income derived from sources within the country. Foreign source income may also be subject to tax, depending on the applicable tax treaties. Last, tax incentives and exemptions. To encourage investment and economic growth, Indonesia offers various tax incentives and exemptions, such as reduced corporate income tax rates, tax holiday, and special economic zones with favorable tax treatment. Types of tax in Indonesia. Direct tax. Direct tax are imposed directly on the income or wealth of individuals and entities. The main direct tax in Indonesia include individual income tax, corporate income tax, and land and building tax. Indirect tax. Indirect tax are levied on the consumption or transaction of goods and service. The primary indirect tax in Indonesia are value-added tax, luxury goods sales tax, excise tax. Other tax. In addition to direct and indirect tax, Indonesia also imposes various other tax, such as stamp duty, tax on land and building transfers, and vehicle ownership tax. Individual income tax. Taxable income. Individual income tax in Indonesia is levied on the worldwide income of residents and the Indonesian source income of non-residents. Taxable income includes salaries, wages, business profit, dividends, interest, and other forms of income. And next, tax rates. Indonesia applies a progressive tax rate system for individual income tax, with rates ranging from 5% to 30% depending on the individual's taxable income level. Higher income individuals are subject to higher tax rates. Tax deductions and credit. Individuals can claim various deduction and tax credit to reduce their taxable income, such as personal allowance, contributions to approved pensions plan, and expense related to charitable donations or education. Corporate income tax rates. The standard corporate income tax rate in Indonesia is 22%. Also, certain companies may qualify for reduced rates or tax holidays based on their industry, locations, or other factors. Taxable income. Corporate income tax is levied on the worldwide income of residence company and the Indonesia source income of non-residence company. Taxable income includes business profit, dividends, interest, and other form of income. Tax deductions. Corporate can claim various deductions to reduce their taxable income, such as business expense, depreciation, and charitable contributions. Certain industries may also be eligible for industry-specific tax deduction or incentives. Tax compliance. Companies must file annual corporate income tax returns and make quarterly estimate tax payment through the year. Failure to comply with tax obligations can result in penalties and fines. Value added tax or VAT. Taxable transactions. VAT in Indonesia is imposed on the sale of most goods and services, with a few exceptions such as basic necessities and certain financial and educational service. Tax rate. The standard VAT rate in Indonesia is 10%. Although certain goods and services may be subject to a higher or lower rate depending on their classifications. VAT registration. Business with an annual turnover exceeding a certain threshold are required to register for and collect VAT. Registered business can claim input VAT credit on their purchase. VAT reporting. VAT registered business must file monthly VAT returns and remind the collect VAT to the tax authorities. Failure to comply can result in penalties, interest charge. Tax complements requirement. Tax registration. Individual and business must register with the tax authorities to obtain a taxpayer identification number, which is required for all tax-related activities. Record keeping. Taxpayer must maintain comprehensive financial record and supporting documentation for all transactions, as this may be subject to tax audit and inspection. Tax reporting. Individual and business must file various tax returns, including income tax, VAT, and other applicable tax within the specified deadlines. Tax filing and payment deadlines. Tax type, individual income filing deadline March 31, payment deadline March 31. Tax type, corporate income tax filing deadline 4 months after the end of the fiscal years. Payment deadline 4 months after the end of fiscal year. Tax type value added tax filing deadline 20 of the following month. Payment deadline is the same. It is crucial for taxpayers to comply with these deadlines to avoid penalties and interest charges. Late payment or non-compliance can result in significant fines and even criminal charges in some cases. Penalties and fines for non-compliance. Late tax payment. Taxpayers who fail to pay their tax by the due date are subject to a 2% monthly penalty within a maximum penalty of 48% of the unpaid tax amount. Late tax returns. Late tax returns. Individuals and businesses that file their tax returns after the deadline can face fines ranging from 100,000 to 1 million, depending on the type of tax and the delay in filing. Tax underpayment. If a taxpayer is found to have underpaid their tax, they may be subject to a 2% monthly penalty on the underpaid amount, as well as potential criminal charge in case of tax evasion. Tax fraud. Deliberate attempts to evade tax, such as providing false information or failing to report income, can result in severe penalty, including fines and even imprisonment. Tax planning strategies for business, tax incentives, and exemptions. Business should carefully explore the various tax incentives and exemptions available in Indonesia, such as tax holidays, reduced corporate income tax rates, and special economic zone benefits to minimize their tax burden. Effective record keeping. Maintaining accurate and detailed financial record is essential for claiming legitimate deduction and credit, as well as withstanding potential tax audits. Companies should implement robust accounting system and internal control. Cross-border tax planning. Multinational companies operating in Indonesia should carefully evaluate the impact of tax treaties and transfer pricing rules to ensure compliance and optimize their tax position across jurisdictions. By understanding the Indonesian tax system and implementing strategic planning measures, business can effectively manage their tax obligations, reduce the overall tax burden, and improve their financial performance. Maybe that's all I can say. I will end. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.